Buah. Yo espero que haya un herrero por aquí cerca, porque si no me voy a cagar en todo lo cagable por no tener reparaciones. Uf. A ver, señor. ¿Dónde se habrá metido la chiquilla esta? ¡Míralo! ¿De qué te ríes? No me gusta, ¿eh? Se están riendo de mí. ¡Míralo! Podría darles una patada y mandarlos al sol. A que me he equivocado de camino. Tiene pinta, ¿eh? Vale, vamos a retroceder. Si yo voy por aquí... Y... Vale, por aquí. Era por aquí, señor. Era por aquí. Por eso se rieron de mí. Coño de la madre. Otra vez no. No, hostia. Inventario, pim, pam, pum. Joder. Venga. Ya.
Damn it. This is a playground for two little girls. Something's not right.
Sí, no. Los juegos aquí se han salido un poco de madre, me dijeron.
Bloody hell, let him out.
Voices.
He gobbled up my gingerbread.
Un momento. Tío, joder, ¿por qué me va tan mal el mando?
Now it's my turn.
Venga, otra vez, desconectamos el mando, volvemos a conectar. Si logro volver a conectarlo. Venga. ¿Qué está pasando aquí?
Hands off my hearth, dearie. You wouldn't want me to get cross. Then you open it. Now,
Hey.
who's this? A lost traveler? Not supposed to be here, sweetie. Why, you're old. Old and pale. But never worry. A bit of butter, a bit of spice, and you'll make a tasty morsel.
Ah,
Just as soon as I catch you.
¿qué cosas tenemos? Puta bruja de mierda.
You cannot possibly fear a few magical plots.
Dame las hostias.
No, that soup smells more vile than a rotting carcass. Careful she doesn't douse you.
Vale, lo pillo. Usaré antiveneno. ¿Pero qué pasa, tío? Vale, eso es lo que quería.
Seems you've won.
Vale, la toma por saco. Ah, toma por culo.
What the hell was that?
The Wicked Witch. You've heard of her, haven't you? Now, where did you put that key?
Listen, how'd you come by a weapon?
It's Prince Charming's. He no longer needs it. Here it is.
¿Príncipe encantador? El de Shrek. Está aquí. Bueno, estaba.
Thank you. She'd have begged me for certain if you'd not... Sienna? Is that you?
It's been years, Jack.
Have you come to play?
No, I just want your beans, so you can breathe easy.
A ver cómo jugaba esta tía con los seres del bosque.
Breathe easy. Because you aren't here to play? What's that about?
Jack knows what I mean, so he'll tell me where the beans are as fast as he can. Isn't that right?
Sienna, I'm sorry, but I haven't got them.
Oh, something tells me you're lying. Perhaps you wish to play the old games after all, hmm? This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went home, for instance.
I'm telling the truth. I swear it. Henrietta, she ordered them buried all over so you wouldn't be able to leave.
Where?
I don't know. But Joss, the boy with the thing for wolves, he should know. He sticks his nose in everyone's affairs.
He had better know, because if not, I'll find you and we'll have ourselves a little talk. Understand? Now shoo.
Vale, este es Jack, el de las habichuelas mágicas, me imagino.
All right. So why is it you're here?
Searching for my lost childhood. Wound up in Kaer Morhen as a little boy. Don't quite remember how. Never had any toys. Never played any games. What do you think? Why might I be here? It's Dettlaff. He's trying to force Anna Henrietta's hand. Wants her to release you. Summoned monsters to attack Beauclair.
Sounds like Dettlaff, all right. But I doubt you came all this way just to bring me up to speed on current events. So get to the point, please.
Isn't it obvious? Offering to be your ally. We both want you out of here. You because you want your freedom back. Me because as soon as you meet with Dettlaff, he'll put an end to the chaos in the city.
You exposed me. I landed in prison because of you. Now you come to beg my help, I dare say. My life is full of surprises, isn't it? Well, normally I'd tell you to sod off. But, from what you say, folk are dying who have nothing to do with this. Not part of the plan. Dettlaff was only to kill those who deserved it. No one else. Fine, Witcher. I accept your offer. Consider us allies. Shake on it.
Traicióname, te llevas tal cabezazo que vas a sangrar por dos sitios.
This place. Tell me something more. It's an illusion, right?
Yes, created by Arturius Vigo. Anna, Henrietta, and I would come here to play out scenes from our favorite fables.
Which didn't seem like she was playing.
Magical entropy. Without maintenance, the spell gradually disintegrates over time. It grows wild.
Your sister chose a dangerous place for your prison.
It's deceptive. Provided I don't provoke them, the fairy tale characters don't attack me. But you don't belong here. So you had best be on your watch.
Since you brought it up, the knights Dettlaff killed. What exactly did they do to you? Crespi, Duhac, Lacroix, Peyrac Bayron?
Not a memory I enjoy revisiting, but I suppose you deserve to know.
Estaría bien saberlo, ¿eh?
When my parents disowned me, they ordered those very knights to escort me beyond the duchy's borders. All did so without uttering a single word in my defense.
Like you said, they had their orders.
But Crespi was not ordered to beat me unconscious with a horsewhip after my first attempted escape. And Duhac had no instructions to deny me food and abuse me. I learned something then. Knights are not so chivalrous when no one's watching.
Sorry, but that's no excuse.
I didn't tell you so you would pardon me. I was only hoping you would understand.
Sí, que yo te entiendo, pero que no es excusa.
Curse of the Black Sun. That's why you were banished, right?
Mm-hmm. Twisted princesses, mutants. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Even met one of you. Renfrey of Creighton.
Ay, Renfrey, no.
Was she truly monstrous?
She was cruel, that's certain. But what caused it? The curse or what she went through? Asking myself to this day.
You killed her, didn't you?
Had no choice.
Funny. Mum said the same when she tossed me out of the house.
So, what's with the beans? Mind explaining?
Certainly. But you must gird yourself with patience. There are 2 ways out of this land. My darling sister blocked one when she tossed me in here. The other's up there, in the clouds. She made it hard, but not impossible to access by concealing the beans.
Still don't understand.
Don't fret, just listen. That boy, that was Jack, of Beanstalk fame. You know the tale?
Jack climbed a gigantic beanstalk to a giant's castle, high up in the clouds.
As we shall do if we can just find those blasted beans. There are 3. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow.
Stalk won't sprout from just one?
No, because it must transpire exactly as it did in the tale. Clear now? So we must find Joss. Perhaps he will be able to help us. You lead.
Venga, entonces.
Joss can usually be found wandering the glade at the foot of the mount. It's some distance from here, past the witch's house to the right.
Joder, ahora tengo las 2 espadas mal. Me cago en todo. Dame una herramienta para reparar las espadas, hijo de mí. Estaría bien tener algo para reparar, pero se ve que el mundo ha dicho: eres un normal. ¿Cómo de mal están? Esta del 40 y esta del 50, bueno. Podrían ir peor. E irán a peor, si me tengo que enfrentar a la gente. Oh. Vale. Vamos a limpiarnos de la mierda que tenemos.
So, what exactly is happening in the city?
Bloodshed, a massacre, which is why we gotta hurry.
You needn't fret. Time flows differently in the Fable Sphere.
Manzana envenenada. Un momento. 30 regeneración de vitalidad. Regeneración de vitalidad por cada enemigo eliminado en combate. What? Me da 15 de 120 toxicidad, claro. Me da toxicidad, pero me da regeneración de vitalidad por cada enemigo eliminado en combate. Hostia puta, cuidado con la manzanita. Y 15 no es tanto realmente, ¿no? 15 no es tanto. A ver, ¿cuánto me da esto? Esto me da 50. Y eso me pone ya mermadito. No, 15 no es tanto. El 15 es una mierda. Vale, a ver. Coño. Que me dejéis, hostia.
Not the friendliest pixies I've met.
They were put here to protect the Fable Sphere from intruders. Meaning you.
Ah, que yo soy un intruso, bueno. Bueno. Hostia puta.
Oh, unicorns! We must catch them. We won't have to walk everywhere then. I call the pink one. Exciting, isn't it? Reminds me of my childhood.
Reminds me of something altogether different.
Care to elaborate?
No.
Not.
No te voy a decir a qué me recuerda.
That's it, Roach.
Folks here, none at all. This is grand. I'm all right. Not in any danger. That's him. Joss. Last, like a rhythm in 6.
What now?
Venga.
Relax, it's over.
No, it's not. There's more. Another wolf behind you. Ignore him. He always lies.
Aha. Boy who cried wolf. Still does, I
Ah,
suppose.
Pedro y el lobo,
And
claro.
doesn't when they actually appear.
The one and only. Listen, you little chit. Jack said you know what's become of his 3 beans. I don't know anything. Not one thing, and besides, watch out! Wolves!
Vale, eso es que sí sabe.
This'll be interesting. Right, let's get to it. Let's say for a minute you know what happened to the red bean. Where wouldn't it be?
For certain, no one swallowed it. Oh no, definitely not that. Of course not. But say someone didn't. Who would it be that didn't swallow it? A human. The most human in the land of 1,000 fables. Everyone! Wolves! Run!
El humano más humano, o sea, no es humano, ok.
Bet you haven't heard what happened to the blue bean. Maybe? Not at all? Right?
I've heard it lies about somewhere, out in the open.
Just like that? No one guarding it?
Nobody. 3 times over. Help! Wolves!
Vale.
Yellow bean. Don't know a thing about it, right?
It's somewhere very, and I mean very deep. So deep, in fact, it's completely underground. And who has it? A bold farmhand, who in no way and not at all awaits someone. Not in the slightest. Good folk! Wolf! Say that word one more time and I'll chop you up. Feed you to the fishes. Understood?
Joder, gracias, tía.
All right, we should go.
Watch out for wolves!
Que sí, que sí.
Tough to talk to, that one.
Was it, though? You need merely remember he always lies. Or more precisely, reverses the truth.
Where to now?
I'm not sure. We should visit some of the other fables. The meaty ones, that is. Perhaps then Joss's hints will make more sense. It's just a few. Red Riding Hood, piglets and bears, 3 of each. And Goldilocks, of course. Then Longlocks, and a little lass who sells flint.
Fine. Let's get to work.
Vale, a ver. Vamos a ir caminando porque
Incredible. You must have loved this place.
I did it first.
siempre
My
hay
children get bored quickly.
easter eggs.
Even
Por así
tea parties
decirlo.
with the whole cackle of princesses eventually turned dull and routine.
What did you do then?
Dropped a duck egg in the swan's nest once, that sort of thing. Stole
Este-
the key out from under the princess, who sleeps to this day, I think. Oh look, the Emperor of Nilfgaard. He's come out to show off his new robe.
Este es el cuento del emperador este que le engañaron y le dieron... Le hicieron decir que la prenda más fina del mundo es tan fina que es invisible. Y una mierda así era. El flautista.
That stench.
Se han cargado el flautista, hijos de puta. Se han cargado el flautista. ¡Qué bastarditos! ¡Qué cabrones! Se han cargado el flautista. Me gustaba. ¡Ah, mira! El gato con botas. Ah. Ahí va Antonio Banderas. ¿Qué es esto? ¡Joder! ¿En serio? Contrato, ¿qué es lo que está esta oca? Habitantes de la tierra de las faulas. Alguien me persigue. Desde que me trasladé aquí, desde el castillo de las nubes, siento que me observan. Ayudadme antes de que sea demasiado tarde. Balbina la oca, conocida como la oca que pone huevos dorados. Postdata. Sé que Pedro dice que es él, pero no lo es. Diario. Ah, vale, esto es lo de oca a oca.
Goose. That's new.
You really aim to concern yourself with that?
A true witcher should never abandon poultry in distress.
Care for a cigarillo? A bit of tobacco? A dab of fisted?
Pero bueno, niña.
Remind me, what tale are you from?
Sold flints when I was a lass. But no one bought them,
so I branched out. Now I deal in snuffs, puffs, all sorts of fun things. What'll you have, sweeties?
Magic beans. Do you have any?
If it's not the new name of some kicker I already have, dearies, then no. But maybe you'd like some.
Hey, where'd you get that ribbon? That's mine.
Is that so? Then why was it lying in the bushes? Finders keepers, sweetheart.
Joder, la niña.
The ribbon. Mind explaining what the fuss is about?
There's not much to explain. I got it from Aturius Vigo when I was a child. It was to protect me from evil. It clearly didn't work, given how I ended up.
But it means a lot to you.
How should I put this? I have so few mementos from my childhood, and the ribbon reminds me of the good old days, when I was someone else.
Dears, could you continue this touching scene elsewhere, You're scaring away my customers.
Sí, porque tienes un montonazo, te están haciendo cola.
Give Sienna the ribbon. Why not, huh?
Sugar plum. The only thing I hand out for free is a first hit. To get them to come back for a second, of course. For all else, you've got to pay.
What if I asked you nicely?
Ask me nicely and I might play you for it. A round of cards?
Toma 500 y deja de darme el peñazo.
I'll pay you for the ribbon. This enough?
It's enough. Now go away.
What?
All right. Tell me
What?
what you want in return. You're not doing this out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't want anything in return.
Thank you.
¿Ves? No todas las personas somos hijas de puta. A ver, ya que estamos, vamos a hacerlo de oca a oca, a ver qué pasa.
Watch out, pixies.
Joder, ya estoy hasta los cojones de los pixies, estos de mierda. Solamente tocan la moral. ¿Ah? Hostia.
You stepped on Thumbelina. That was my favorite tale.
Ups.
Why is that?
Because it wasn't about a princess. Tales about princesses are insufferable.
Esta es la ciudad de Pulgarcita. Esto se me ocurre. Sasagayo, sasagayo. Na 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 na.
Oh, the Three Little Pigs' homes. Well, you know the story, don't you? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left.
We should look inside. Remember Joss's words?
One being lies out in the open, guarded by 3 nobodies. Yeah, could be it.
Ahí va.
Harlot's ready, Vandal. Get it!
Rat bastard! The Pumboch, they didn't like that.
Ven aquí. Oye, me cago en tu puta vida, Muérete ya, coño. Polvo mágico. Anda, mira. Ah. Una menos.
The big bad witcher huffed and puffed, and look, got a bean.
It cannot be.
What cannot be?
You actually have a sense of humor.
Stunted a bit, but yeah, it's there.
Well, well, aren't you full of surprises? What else are you hiding behind that gruff exterior?
Not a bad singer. Do a pretty mean rendition of the Maids of Vicovaro, for instance. But some other time, maybe.
Se está interesando por mí.
But here we are chatting away when there's work to do. We must keep looking.
Señorita, relájese, ¿eh? Súbase los pantalones.
So, you like it here?
No.
A ver, un momento, que yo tenía una misión aquí.
Problem with magic in general. Illusions, portals, all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh? I like that.
Esta tía creo que se está poniendo demasiado horny conmigo, ¿eh? Relájese. A ver. Yokai Noka.
A feather. Broken. There was a fight. Goose feathers. Must have been flapping its wings. Or did it just get blood?
Watch out! Pixies! I shall butcher you!
Come on!
¿Ya? Venga. ¿A dónde ha ido la jodida
Hey,
Oka?
there, in the trees. Some kind of camp?
The golden eggs will be ours.
¿Barba roja? Desde que una barba roja era enano.
Eggs from free-range birds are so much better. Oh well, there's the key.
¿No tendréis vosotros...? No, no tenéis... Por no tener, no tenéis ni vergüenza.
Good thing you posted that notice. Never would have found you otherwise.
¡Coño!
Oh look, she laid a golden egg for you.
If only all my employers were that generous. Would have preferred a magic bean, but not about to complain.
Toma, level up.
Did you really travel all the way here for a contract?
Nature of the job.
I don't believe it. You must have another reason.
Well, spent a few idyllic months in Beauclair some time past. Part of me wanted to come back, I think. Did you like Anna Henrietta?
Do you jest? I adored her. My darling little sis. So adorable. So sweet.
A ver,
Yet when
piquemos.
they banished me from the palace, she didn't so much as peek out the window.
She might not have known. Maybe just couldn't.
And could she also not grant me amnesty when she was crowned?
Pero... ¿A dónde te has ido? Ah, vale, que te has ido allá. Venga, tía.
Hello? Can we talk?
Watch my head! Damn it all! I swear that was the last time I drank with Redbeard.
¿Y por qué es francés el lobo?
A bloody long time it's been. You've changed.
Whereas you, not at all, big bad wolf. Though it seems you've started running with the wrong crowd.
And who should I run with, eh? Thumbelina? One shot and she's under the table. But, what brings you?
¿Por qué es francés el lobo feroz?
Listen, looking for magic beans. Seen any?
I was given one for safekeeping, but...
Where is it? Talk!
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, I can be much louder than this. And resort to other means of persuasion.
Right there, the threats. Sienna to a T. Listen, I exist to restage a fairy tale. If you want to play at it, I'll be happy to oblige. But it won't be easy. The thing is, little Red Riding Hoods popped her clogs.
Coño.
What?
1,000 times they cut my gut open, filled it full of rocks and drowned me in the river. So once you stopped coming, I decided to repay the little imp for all her loving labor. Who now are at the bottom of the well, she and the hunter, which means we can't play, and I'm under no obligation to talk to you, not about beans, nor anything else. So leave me be. Sod off.
Joder. Se ha cargado el cuento entero, el puto lobo.
Wolf's pretty cranky.
Surprised? Think about it. He was cast in the role of the Nemesis without ever asking for it. It's a dog's life, I tell you.
Qué graciosa.
So, what now?
Don't worry. I'll play with him. Or rather, play him. I just need that little red hood. A piece of apparel, that is. Not the poor girl's corpse.
That's a relief.
You wish to help me? Here's your chance. Jump in the well and fish it out. Well, chop chop.
Claro, tengo que mojarme yo siempre. Siempre me mojo yo.
All right. Time to jump in the well.
Break a leg.
A ver, coño. Se han quedado pegados al fondo, ¿eh? ¿Se puede saber por qué en una ilusión tengo que respirar bajo el agua? Tengo que aguantar la respiración bajo el agua. Coño, si es seguro para niños, joder. Haz que los niños respiren bajo el agua, no es tan complicado. ¿Qué cojo? What?
Any luck?
Yep, look what I got.
That would never fit you. Give it to me. How do I look?
Monísima del alma.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Let's go see the big bad wolf.
Let me guess. You'll play the granddaughter.
And you, the hunter.
Claro. Es mi papel de toda la vida.
You again? I thought I was clear. I will not talk to you if little Red Riding Hood is not with you.
Not a problem. Sienna can take her place.
What? Very well. It's not as if I can forbid you. Granddaughter, come closer, sweetie.
Por favor.
But Grandmama, what big eyes you have.
Better to see you, is my dear.
Granny, what big arms you have.
Better to embrace you, is my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you is, my dear.
Coño, tu puta madre.
Not bad.
Hostia. Que me mata. ¿No te puedes morir ya? Coño. Ya está.
Remember what Joss said about the red bean. A human has it, and he definitely didn't swallow it.
Gotta open his belly. Bottle caps, fake teeth, a corkscrew. Ah, here it is. Red bean.
No veas.
Well then, one step closer to our goal.
What?
I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely scrubbed away your curiosity. Are you really not interested in what happened? In what became of me after they cast me out?
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear the rest. Let's see. They'd escorted you out of the duchy.
Yes. And the noble knights of Toussaint, I didn't stop until we reached the Ketdu wilderness. They left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace dress, right when the frosts were setting in. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do everyone a favor and die of hunger. But as always, I failed to live up to expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the bark from twigs. Finally, I saw a light among the trees. A campsite. They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me or kill me. Or both.
Take it neither happened?
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them. I advanced in their ranks rather quickly. Eventually, I became their leader. Of the whole ragged band.
Been through a lot.
I have. And throughout this time, my sister was stomping grapes and shagging minstrels on down bedding.
She wasn't the one to banish you.
And I'm not angry at her for that. I'm angry at her because she forgot about me. Right. We've had our chat. Come.
Vale, a ver. ¿Por qué de repente el unicornio? ¡Ay, Dios, que se han sobrepuesto los dos caballos! ¡Ay, Dios mío, qué error más gordo! ¡Qué error más gordo! Se han sobrepuesto los dos caballos. Hostia, espero que esto se arregle cuando salga del cuento.
Call mine Roach.
Roach? Are you serious? Ugh.
3 bears.
3 stools, 3 beds, 3 bowls.
One a bit too big, the other too small, the third just right. Blonde curls. Rest of the body's too mutilated. Hard to say anything.
She got what she deserved, as I see it. Always took what she wanted without asking.
No bean here. Gotta keep looking.
Ah, que ella cogía lo que no era suyo. ¿De qué me sonará? ¿De qué me sonará eso a mí, Paso de los duendecillos, que le den por culo.
This Longlock's tower?
Indeed.
Wait. What Joss said about the third beam, remember?
In the possession of a bold farmhand somewhere deep beneath the ground. Yes, this must be it. Let's go.
Coño.
Pull myself up here, and I'll have to make that jump.
If you say so, I shall wait down here if it's all the same. Climbing's not my strong suit.
Prince's corpse. Tried to free Longlocks, but fell and broke his neck.
Jesus. Joder. Qué mala leche. Me faltaba que yo me matase ahora. ¿Y ahora qué? ¿Aquí? Ah, pues sí. Vale, ¿estoy en lo alto o me queda algo por subir? Me queda algo por subir. ¡Joder! ¡Ah, tu puta madre! ¡Quilla! ¡Joder! ¿Te relajas o qué? que se recupere la puta. Ah, recupérate de esta. Recupérate de esta. Comida mágica. Juguetes caros. ¿Para qué coño quiero un juguete caro? Bueno, valdrá pasta, ¿no? Bola de oro, hilo de oro. What the fuck? ¿Qué dices? Comida infinita, chaval. Comida infinita, en serio. ¡Míralo! ¡Ja! Bueno, por eso no se podía morir de hambre la Rapunzel. Tenía que tener comida infinita. Hostia, chaval. ¡No hay miedo! ¡Woo! ¿Qué acabo de coger?
So?
Got the bean, but long logs. Seems she got sick of waiting for a knight in shining armor.
Can you blame her? Men these days, dandies and fops all.
That why you cozied up to a vampire?
Detlef was a tool, and only a tool.
Too bad he didn't know that.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago. Now it's his turn.
To use him. Was that your plan from the start?
No. At first I was simply intrigued. Do you know the story? It was in Matina, a few years past. I'd gone there to pass some loot off to a fence I knew. We were hashing out the terms when in walked Detlef. He said he'd come to sell a silver candlestick. He gripped it through a cloth. That caught my eye. I followed him out, observed him from a distance, but he caught on quickly.
Yeah, superhuman senses will do that.
He turned down a blind alley. I followed. He jumped out from behind a crate, baring his teeth. I suppose he'd wanted to frighten me. Alas, he didn't in the least. After all, I'm a monster too, am I not?
A higher vampire and you were unimpressed? Don't know if that's brave or just plain foolish.
I've always had a way with ostensibly dangerous, quiet types.
That's supposed to be about me too?
Ugh, brother, I hate to disappoint you, Geralt, but your belly button is not the center of the known world. Though, you do remind me of him a bit, stifling all emotions inside you, ever feigning indifference. You see, when I met Detlef, somehow I knew, call it intuition, that he meant me no harm, that he was trying to frighten me off, for he too was scared. Now do you understand?
I guess. What happened then?
We talked, then met up once, twice, 3 times. Enough that he became infatuated. I truly enjoyed it at first, but only at first. He did not love like a man, but like an animal, madly, deeply, unconditionally, wildly. To return such a feeling, anyone would be hard-pressed, let alone someone as twisted as I am.
So there came a day you just up and disappeared.
Yes, there was no other way. Let's just be friends, or I don't deserve you. He'd never have understood that sort of thing. But then, once I decided to return, clean up some old affairs, I remembered him and concluded he could still be of use.
Playing with fire, that.
Definitely. And either I'll get burned, or I'll burn all else down. No other options.
Got a history with Detlef now, so this meeting will be different. Not afraid?
I can handle him.
Mm-hmm. Sure about that?
You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. I know what he's really like. You needn't worry.
¿Tú crees?
Time to go. Just a bit more work and we'll be able to say sort of to this fecking fable sphere. Now we must plant them by the path near Longlock's tower. Then prepare to meet the giant.
Joder, mira que soy pesado.
Pull out the beads.
You like that silver?
¿Ya? Ah, bueno, que eras tú. Que te mueras, coño. Ay, señor, señor, me duele la vida. Pues para regenerarme porque voy a luchar contra un gigante ahora. Así que... La verdad es que esto está demasiado saturado de color. Estoy un poquito harto.
Wait!
¿Qué?
Why?
The stalk will sprout abruptly. Very abruptly. We must be careful. All right, toss them.
Joder, y me deja a mí el trabajo este. ¡Coño! Menuda mierda de aviso. Mira, está vivo el flautista, ha vuelto a la vida.
Something's always gotta go wrong.
Coño, en toda la cara.
The home stretch.
Le acabas de meter mano, así como si nada. Yus. ¿Tú me dices que tengo que escalar todo eso? Avísame, campeón.
Incredible.
Joder. Qué lúgubre, ¿no?
Admire the view later. First, we must deal with...
Ah, mierda.
him.
Vale, a ver. Hostia. Se mete bajo tierra. Me cago en tu puta vida. Au. Me muero, ¿eh? Hostia, se mete para abajo. Venga. Jesús.
Just a bit more and I'll be free.
Coño, mutágeno rojo mayor. Toma.
For a fairy tale creature, that was one tough son of a wench.
I told you this land had gone ape mad, though I did not expect it to be so severe.
Can't help thinking you might have done that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor. Getting close to the exit at this point. Probably think you don't need me anymore.
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to me.
¿Perdona? Señora, soy un hombre casado y fiel a su pareja.
Yeah, I know. Gotta get you out of here. Come on.
Wait, that's not what I meant. I need you for something far simpler and far more pleasant.
Soy un hombre casado y fiel a una mujer.
Stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I've no idea what awaits me once we leave this place. Treat it as my last wish.
Que soy un hombre casado y fiel con mi mujer.
Another time, another place, maybe. No offense.
None taken. You spoke clearly, you spoke honestly. It's fine.
Gracias por entender mi posición.
Come.
Soy un hombre casado y fiel a su mujer prometida. A mí la fidelidad no me la quita nadie, ni Dios. Joder, qué mal rollo. Antes todo esto era neblina simplemente.
Wisp. Think it's got something to show us.
Fuego fatuo. Un rayo globular. Espera, no habrá mierdas aquí de herramientas para reparar el arma, ¿verdad? Estamos en un castillo. Joder, no veo nada para reparar, ni saquear, ni hostias. No puedo reparar mi espada. Bueno. Por aquí, ¿no? ¡Uy! ¡Hostia! ¡Au!
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
Hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you.
Hombre, amigo.
Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying, manipulated you are?
¡Oh! ¡Bitch!
Calm down, both of you.
But...
No buts. Let's go. Really want to be done with this.
Si Ana, no me obligues a cogerte de los pelos. Aunque quiero reparar mis armas, por favor, denme algo. Regis, dime que tienes una mini herrería en tu bolso, por favor. Me gustaría reparar mis armas. A ver, ¿y tú estás seguro de que el tío no le da nada?
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of done time.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive, so aware. Honestly, what did Detlef ever see in you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
You nervous?
Mm-hmm. It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex. Especially so when said ex is a vampire.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for jests.
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. I really would prefer just to run off. I gave my word I would help, I know. But how much is that worth? Yet I owe him this meeting. And that is that.
Let's get ready. Detlef will be here any moment now.
Cuervito mensajero. Ahí viene. Viene muy cabreado. Viene de mala hostia.
Sienna, I have a question I must ask you.
Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Detlef, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
¡Oh!
What? But how?
Se fue el puto cuento de nuevo.
The ribbon.
El lazo que protegía del mal.
She will pay for this sooner or later. She will pay. You never should have meddled with her.
Oh, fuck. ¡Oh! No veas. Coño. ¡Ey! Hostia. Uno para uno sin camisa. Venga.
I want you just for us. You tricked me. Both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence.
¡Os! Estamos llegando muy rápido a la segunda fase, ¿no?
Acknowledge any gods. Start praying now.
de decir que esa frase es muy OP. ¡Dios, que me mata! ¿Y me mato? Hostia puta. Que me mata de una. ¿Y cómo me defiendo de eso, tío? Le lanzo una bomba, puede ser. ¿O qué? Le podría lanzar una bomba, Simon o algo así. Vale, vamos a probar esa estrategia. Vamos a probar esa estrategia. Joder,
Nice
¿sí?
play, isn't
Me tengo que comer todo esto.
Perhaps you'll tell.
Venga, 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 venga. El lazo, pim, pam, pum, venga.
I want you just for that. You tricked me. Both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence.
God, lost your nerve?
Vale, segunda fase. Ay, no puedo esquipear esta transformación, venga. ¿Cómo mato a esto, tío?
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
Tío, que me lanzas esa ulti ya. ¿Cómo esquivo eso, tío? Joder, lo que me queda. Con las espadas mal. Dios mío. ¿Y cómo me libro de este ser del Averno? Si me acerco y uso art, probaremos eso.
Is perhaps.
Transformas, pim pam pum.
I want you just for that. You tricked me. Both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Venga, segundo asalto. Ay, señor, señor, señor.
Acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
Tío. Nada, me tengo que alejar. Me tengo que alejar, no hay otra. Me tengo que ir a tomar por culo. Uf. Esto va a ser largo, me dijeron, ¿eh? Esto va a ser largo de cojones. Se me va a quedar en 2 horas este vídeo. Vamos, carga, carga.
Night isn't.
Is it perhaps.
Bla 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 bla.
The ribbon.
I want you just for that. You tricked me. Both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence.
Joder, que me mata. Vamos a ganar tiempo. Dios, estoy mal, no, lo siguiente. Joder, chaval. No, voy a morir en esta, Voy a morir en esta vez, otra vez. Voy a morir, voy a morir.
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
Dios, es que... No hay forma, tío. No hay forma. No recuerdo cómo matar a este ser. No recuerdo cómo se mataba a este tío. Voy a mirar el bestiario, yo qué sé. Para ver si encuentro una pista.
Is
Bla, 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 bla. Venga, 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 venga. A ver. No hay pistas. Las pistas son que te jodan. Sangre negra, Queen y aceite de vampiro.
I want you just the last. You tricked me. Both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence.
Vale, la cuestión es hacerle parries perfectos a este señor. Usar Queen todo el rato. Y parry perfecto. No hay otra.
Acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
Baja aquí. Vale. Vale, eso, así es como se esquiva. Vale, ya está, ya le puse el truco. Venga, venga. Venga. Vale, perfecto, venga. No me he matado aún. Alas, sin alas. Coño. No vea. Pero tengo sangre negra, hijo de puta. ¿Hice uso de la sangre negra? Hostia, que me he metido en su mundo. Oh fuck, tercera fase.
Think that will stop
¡Hostia! Vale, 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 vale. ¡Ah! ¡Ah! ¡No! ¡No! Estaba ya... me puse nervioso. Estaba entre curarme o esquivar y hacer mierdas, no sé. Pero lo había hecho perfecto. Lo había hecho perfecto hasta la tercera fase. Es ir sin prisa. No hay prisa. No hay prisa. Tranquilo. Despacito. Tómate tu tiempo. Queen, sangre negra. Despacito. Lo que me toca un poco la moral que tenga que empezar desde aquí. Y sí, comerme todo el diálogo. A ver. Hijo de mi vida.
I want you just the nuts. You tricked me. Both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence.
Venga. Segunda fase, venga.
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
Atrás, atrás, atrás. Atrás. Bien. Hostia, me ha dado. ¿Cuándo coño me ha dado? ¡No! Pisé una mina. Vale, me puede atrapar en esa mierda. Me puede atrapar en ese charco de cieno de mierda. Me cago en la puta. Ah. Aquí la dificultad ha subido un pelín, ¿no? Antes estaba todo modo fácil. Saltar, 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 saltar.
Let's...
Ya tiene esto así.
I want you just the nuts. You tricked me. Both of you.
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence.
Niño, ¿quieres hacerle parry, hijo de puta?
Show me what you got.
Nada, no le hagas parry. Nada, voy a morir. Voy a morir en esta run también, venga. Me tengo que comerle cada transformación, tío. Eso es lo que me cabrea.
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
Venga, venga. Venga, siguiente fase. A ver, cuidado con el clon de sangre, mata los 2 corazones y acabamos el juego. Venga. Ay, por favor. Quiero acabarlo ya. Mira, ¿quieres dejar de romperme el escudo? Hostia, chaval. Cuidado, cuidado. Ah, que son 3. Vale, espérate a tener Queen. Espérate a tener el escudo. Vale, ahora. Espera. Espera, espera, espera. Ahora. Vale, ya está, ya está, ya está. Lo tenemos, lo tenemos. Oh, lo tenemos. Venga. Por fin, coño. Y no está muerto, ¿eh? Míralo. Sigue vivito el cabrón. Después de haberle partido por la mitad. Ay, Regis, que te me mueres. Que han sido 3 rocas los que te han caído nada más. Tranquilo.
Leave him to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist.
No veas. Se acaba de marcar una diana en la cabeza el Regis para los de su especie, porque esto es como un pecado mortal. Esto es como lo peor que puedes hacer. Bueno, y que para él tampoco ha tenido que ser fácil. Ahí muere un inmortal. Bien, lo hemos conseguido. Caso resuelto. Páguenme. Caso resuelto. Ahora repárenme las armas, coño. Hala, otro nivel.
What a smashing ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices.
Y yo que me alegro.
But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Tú sigues insultándome y te corto el pelo.
Usually wear something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this particular outfit, though. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it. And I despise formal occasions.
Nothing one can't get accustomed to. Now, be so kind as to stand still.
Joder.
All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refuse to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot. Besides, I've no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
Why not?
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience.
Count on it. Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Siana planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Siana's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Detlef. Perhaps we missed something.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, the same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters. What's the connection?
When the bootblack arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue loosening, but ultimately he spoke.
Joder.
He admitted he'd handed Detlef the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
All in all, why not check up on that? We'll go together, assuming we're done here.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity it is due. Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Que te calles.
Promise to be careful.
Debería haberle dicho que nos veremos ahí, porque quiero hacer cosas, como reparar mi armadura. En fin. Y mis espadas.
everyone. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
How's business?
Well enough. I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Y encima me replica el hijo de la gran.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Wow.
My patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard. Where'd they get the letters? They pick them up? Get them from someone?
I don't know. They'd come, hand me a letter, and walk away. I asked no questions.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
Regis, estás mal creando ese niño, ¿eh? Merece un guantazo en mano abierta. ¿Qué está pasando aquí? ¿Qué?
You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why.
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves.
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Me acabo de enfrentar a un vampiro. ¿Tú crees que me das miedo? Gilipollas.
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Witcher. Fucking twit. Not a witcher.
Toma, ahora a quejarte a tu puta casa. Venga, y...
I could take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere, were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the Boot Black in Rue de Garl.
The Boot Black? A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
Menos mal que no tenemos un asunto pendiente, ¿eh?
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve this soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you try it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the Boot Black. I know this.
Ese muchos hijos de puta.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
Bien, ya sabemos que podéis contarnos, venga.
You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the Boot Black. Freshie, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
¿Por qué?
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the Boot Black anyways. It's always muddy there.
Gracias. La duquesa, ¿verdad?
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Es la duquesa.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our duquesa. It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
Judging by this, Dettlaff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter's ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Duchess was to be Dettlaff's last victim. Siana planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Siana, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From from an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Sienna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. So, meet up once it's over? Assuming you'd rather not see Sienna again.
You assume correctly. I shall await you at Mère Lachaise Long, with a hot mug of mandrake brew to keep me company.
Nos vemos. Vale. Puedo ya reparar mis cosas. Por cierto, ¿dónde está el herrero más cercano? Joder, chaval. Bueno, menos mal que aquí arriba hay un puesto de viaje rápido. ¡Jesus, chaval! Ya, la verdad es que ostentoso no, lo siguiente, el traje este. Me cago en todo. Hola, buenas. Repárame todo la porquería que tengo.
Of course.
Y esto. Y esto. Y esto. Y esto. Y esto. Y ya está.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
Vale, ahora sí, vamos a ver a la tía esta. Voy a ir en viaje rápido porque va a ser más rápido. Valga la redundancia. A ver... ¿Dónde queda eso? Joder. Pero un momento, estoy yendo a la torre, ¿no? Vale, sí. Vamos a hablar con Sienna. Ya se hizo de día, ¡qué bien! Hola.
Need to see Sienna urgently.
In the matter of?
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning your Duquesse's assassination.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who...
Claro, soy yo, el brujo.
Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Suficiente.
Promise to be brief.
Suficiente, tranquila, no voy a estar con esta tipa mucho tiempo. Soy yo, el brujeras, Gerardo de Riviera y su caballo maravilla.
The witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular this.
Tranquilo, 2 minutos.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorias' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the 5th victim was supposed to be.
Because you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Deadloff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me, hmm?
Sienna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You really want a happy ending, don't you?
La verdad es que lo estoy buscando, ¿eh?
Ah, with all of us living happily ever after.
Si dejaras de ser una capulla.
Or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Sienna.
Que lo importante para ti es venganza, venganza, venganza. Es que es gilipollas la tía. No para.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Let's go. Want to see him too.
Venga, venga, que se nos hace tarde para el té. ¿Qué pasó, amigo?
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Dios mío, ¿cómo te han dejado?
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Dettlaff and Sienna's fifth victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me. and I appreciate your attentiveness. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
Siempre está de más... Nunca está de más tener more security. No vaya a ser que... A ver si la tía se deja de tonterías y perdona a la hermana ya.
In the guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, Slayer of the Beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair.
¡Ole! Soy súper amigo de esta peña.
Now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Gracias.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table.
Ole.
The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
No sé por qué me sigo sorprendiendo de las recompensas que me dan. 1000, 5000 coronas. Tengo 150 y pico mil coronas, ¿sabes? ¿De qué coño me sorprendo ya? Es que soy jodidamente más rico de lo que me pueden dar. Soy el brujo más rico del mundo.
Feels like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it. In a moment I shall speak to Siana. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state, I must judge her fairly. But she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Ahora veremos si todas las acciones que hemos hecho han servido para sacar el final bueno.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Bitterness consumes Siana. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Siana?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... Your dagger hurt most. You were my Honorietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Honorietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister? The day they banished me from the palace. Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish platters, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark. And which you set afire at the last, to impress me, I imagine.
Joder, qué mala hostia.
And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace. Supposed acts of cruelty. Inappropriate friendships. They cast me out. But you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner. Lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
¿Final bueno? ¡Ey! ¡Final bueno! ¡Final bueno! ¡Uy! ¡Todos felices! ¡Vámonos! 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 ¡Happy ending! ¡Afuera estos trapos! Se rompe las camisas y todo. Se rompe la camisa, está debajo de la armadura.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony, it was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. good in small sips. How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diavolis variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
Joder, y ahora tengo que ponerme esto a recoger ahora. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está la máscara de gas? Aquí. Mírame.
This moonlight makes me oh so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
Nope. De puta madre. Ya me puedo quitar esto. Fuera.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all.
Ah, ¿tú crees que no será fácil?
Where'd you go?
¿A dónde se ha ido este tipo?
Regis!
¡Oh, joder! No hemos terminado con esto.
Those Bruxay, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Vamos, que vas a tener que estar oculto durante un par de siglos.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
¡Hombre!
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
Se agradece.
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Ni tan mal, ¿eh? Pero no sé.
Don't really know yet. Might find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on. Which, of course, brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. That first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view.
O sea, que a más vas al sur, más moderna se vuelve la sociedad.
I so don't feel like going anywhere.
¡El título!
Sit here a while longer.
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Uf, esa última mirada, cómo jode la vida. Cómo te rompe la cuarta pared y te jode la vida. Pues por fin hemos terminado de Witcher 3. Aunque quedan un par de cosas que hacer.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Hay un par de cosas que hacer. La primera, ir a casa y ver el regalo de Regis.
Giddy up.
Uf. Esa mirada duele, tío. Joder. Esa mirada duele como una patada. Solamente quiero avanzar. Tío, a que cojo el viaje rápido, me cago en todo. ¿Dónde está? Allá, venga. Quería ir tranquilamente por un camino, pero es que da toda la pereza del mundo. ¿Dónde está el viaje rápido? Me lo he pasado.
Go.
Aquí. Quieto. ¡Qué pereza da! Por favor, este mapa. De recorrer al menos. Pero señor DLC, señor DLC. A ver.
I work from dawn to dusk's last light. There.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Bueno, a ver. Pero bueno, y todas estas maletas, por favor.
Unexpected as ever.
¡Mi churri! Ve, ya está, ya la casa está completa.
Beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky, like some shitty two-crown romance.
Ya tengo la churri, ya está, soy feliz. Soy felicísimo. Os en el diván como una reina.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The name of the orchid. A widower for half a year.
Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now, I'm not. A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
Might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
Bring you whatever you want.
Tú pide por esa boquita, reina.
You know, feels kinda strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard. Good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely?
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white, has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
Vale, sí, que quedes los juguetes.
The unicorn. Fine. You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Tráete los juguetes, que ya averiguaremos dónde ponerlos.
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet. Bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels and wordplay.
Forgotten. It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
Tranquila, que yo no voy a cambiar por ti.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Bueno, y queda una última cosa por ver, que es lo que dejó Regis en la mesilla de noche. Que sea un juguete para Jennifer, que sea un juguete para Jennifer, que sea un juguete para Jennifer. ¡Ey! Mutagenerador, ¿qué cojones? Querido Geralt, si estás leyendo esto significa que ya estoy muy lejos de las fronteras de Tucson y que has encontrado mi mutagenerador. Por supuesto puedes llamar a este instrumento como desees, tal vez es algo más adecuado a tus gustos o que refleje mejor tu función, pues no tengo dudas de que tus conocimientos en la materia son de lejos más profundos que mis completos que los míos. He estado trabajando en este dispositivo en mi tiempo libre, pero ya está terminado y estoy convencido tanto como puedo estarlo un inventor antes de que su creación haya sido usada para lo que fue concebida, de la utilidad de este aparato. Seguro que te estarás preguntando cuál es su función. Como su nombre indica, el mutagenerador genera mutágenos. Al accionarse, absorbe las ondas de energía electromagnética de los cadáveres, en ese caso, de los cadáveres de los monstruos y malhechores a los que mates. Y cuando ha absorbido suficiente como para disponer de una cantidad de carga crítica, el mutagenerador transforma la energía almacenada en un mutágeno mayor, el cual sospecho hará buen uso. ¡Mayor! Directamente, coño. Como seguro comprenderás, soy un ingeniero aficionado, por lo que debes disculpar la imposibilidad de controlar esta operación por ti mismo. El mutágeno que emerge como resultado se determina aleatoriamente, lo que significa que el azar decide si es un mutágeno verde, rojo o azul. Al azar sí, aunque he detectado que los colores en términos generales tienden a alternarse. Confío en que encuentres útil mi obsequio. Vale, o sea que no se va a repetir rojo, rojo o 3 verdes seguidos. No, sino va a ser rojo, verde, azul y cosas así. Tu querido y fiel amigo, Emil Reyes. Postdata, debes de estar preguntándote por qué decidí dejar el mutagenerador en tu finca en lugar de entregártelo en persona. Bueno, debes saber que lo hice por pura modestia. Lo creas o no, cuídate, Geralt, y que mi obsequio te sea de provecho. Gracias. Pues hala. Pues aquí estaría el final de esta serie que ha sido más larga que un tonel. Pero bueno, no podría acabar mejor la serie. Me he emocionado, ¿eh? Pues nada, hasta aquí The Witcher 3.